Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the last part of the lesson, national movement, the last phase 1947. Already we have discussed about Quit India movement in the previous class. So Mahatma Gandhi launched um, Quit India movement on 8th August 1942 at Bombay. So at the time, all the leaders were arrested, including Gandhi, Patel, Nehru, Maulana Azad, Acharya Kripalani, Rajendra Prasad, and remaining leaders. So at the time, other people were actively participated to success those movement. Okay, most of the Madras and Bombay people participated, and Odisha, West Bengal, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh areas also uh, participated in this movement, and the British authority disappeared on those places. Okay, so already we have discussed about World War II. So you have to remember this. World War II was started in 1939 and ended 1945. In this World War, so total world divided into two groups. One group is led by Germany, another group was led by Britain. So in Germany, Japan, and Italy, and other countries, one group, and in Britain, France, USA is another group called Allied countries. So finally, on 1945, USA dropped two bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. So after the bombing, mostly Second World War was ended. In that World War, Germany was defeated. Okay, so like that. Next, at this time of national movement, we have to discuss about one famous leader, Subhash Chandra Bose. Already you know very well about him. Okay, so Subhash Chandra Bose was started INA, Indian National Army, to fought against the Britishers. So already you know that at the time of national movement, Mahatma Gandhi came to India, and he fought against the Britishers with non-violence. But Subhash Chandra Bose not agreed with that, so he want to fought with Britishers harshly. So that's why he called a radical nationalist. Subhash Chandra Bose also called as radical nationalist, and he was organized Indian National Army INA with the cooperation of Raj Bihar Bose in Burma and Andamans. So the INA consisted of more than 60,000 soldiers. So INA recruited 60,000 soldiers to fight against the Britishers. Actually, these soldiers were the prisoners of Japan. So actually, against the Japan, our Indian soldiers on behalf of the Britain fought at Burma. So in that, so these soldiers were belongs to Britain, and on behalf of the Britain, Indian soldiers fought against the Japan. In that war, Britain was defeated, and our Indian soldiers were captured by Japan. Okay, so those are the prisoners of Japan. So at the time, the Subhash Chandra Bose have some good relations with Japan, and he requested Japan and those prisoners, the soldiers who belonged to India, were recruited in his army. Okay, so later remaining people from India, women and men also joined in INA. Clear? So he received the help of the Japanese in this fight. So on 21st October 1943, the provincial government of independent India, so Azad Hind, was set up in Singapore by Subhash Chandra Bose. On March 18, 1944, the INA crossed the frontiers of Burma and entered India with the slogan Delhi Chalo. To capture the Delhi, they entered in India and with the slogan of Delhi Chalo. In March 1944, the India flag was hoisted in Kohima. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? We are rejecting the power of Britishers. So, but with the changes of fortunes in the war, the launching of counter offensive by the British in the winter of 1944-1945 and the final defeat of Japan in the Second World War, the INA movement collapsed. So initially Japan won against the Britain and Germany, Japan and Italy won against the another group, but finally so these were defeated. So with the help of Japan, so Subhash Chandra Bose started INA and fought against the Britishers. So unfortunately, when Japan defeated, automatically INA was also collapsed. So on August 23rd, 1945, Subhash Chandra Bose is reported to have lost his life in an air crash while going from Bangkok to Tokyo. So actually so many years that was more ambiguous about the death of Subhash Chandra Bose. Finally, recently 6 months back or 1 year back, our government also declared that so he was died in air crash. Okay, so like that, so Subhash Chandra Bose played a vital role in the national movement, and we also remember him in so many occasions. Okay, next, towards independence and partition. So finally, because of 1942 Quit India movement, so by seeing the force of Indians, the Britishers realized that they cannot continue their rule in the India. So they decided to give freedom to India. So in the year 1942, so the Muslim League had moved a resolution demanding independent states for Muslims in the northwestern and eastern areas of the country. So at the time of 1940 movements, 1942 movements, so all national Congress leaders were in jail. So at that time, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and other Muslim leaders moved in the Muslim areas, and they got more support from the Muslim people. So the Muslim League demanded some separate states, not country, separate states for Muslims where the Muslim population was more. Okay, and they demanded for autonomous powers for them also. Okay, so in the late 1930s, League began viewing Muslims population as a separate nation from the Hindus. Why? Because some tensions between some Hindus and Muslims groups in the 1920 and 1930s. So more importantly, the provincial elections of 1937, so government, British government established in 1935 Indian Act. Okay, later in 1937 they conducted elections. In that elections, out of 11 provinces already we discussed, in 7 states the National Congress formed the government. So at that time Muslim League also won some seats in some states, and they asked Congress leaders about collide governments. So they so in that league want to form the government with the help of Congress. So the Congress rejection of the League's desire to form a joint Congress League government in the United Provinces in 1937 also annoyed the League. So what is the meaning of collide government? Means if they don't have a more majority, any party can form the government with the help of other party. So that is called the want to joint governments. Okay, next. The Congress failure to mobilize the Muslim masses in the 1930s allowed the League to widen its social support. So at that time of different movements in 1940, 1942, so Congress was busy with the negotiations with the Britishers. So those were not unable to mobilize the Muslim masses towards the Congress. So it sought to enlarge its support in the early 1940s when most Congress leaders were in jail. At the end of the war in 1945, the British opened negotiations between the Congress and League and themselves for the India is independence. So at the time of 1947, so Muslim League also became a powerful party in the India. So that's why the Britishers started negotiations, discussions with both the parties. So the talks failed because the League saw itself as the sole spokesperson of India's Muslim. So that ideology was not accepted by the Congress. Why? Because so many Muslims were supported the Congress also. So elections to the provinces were held again in 1946. First they conducted election in 1937. So our leaders were resigned in 1939. Again because of Second World War, no elections were conducted. In 1946, the elections conducted again for provinces. In that elections, Congress got more majority in general constituencies, but the League success in the seats reserved for Muslims was spectacular. So at the time of 1937, actually Muslim League got very less seats which are reserved for Muslims, but the situation was changed within 10 years. In 1946 elections, all the reserved seats for Muslims won by Muslim League. So because of the winning of those seats, so Muslim League demanded for Pakistan separate nation. In March 1946, the British cabinet sent a 3-member mission. Stafford Cripps, Patrick Lawrence and Alexander to Delhi to examine this demand and to suggest to suitable political framework for free India. Finally, the Britishers decided to give the freedom to India. So at the time, there was a conflict between Congress and Muslim League. So to discuss these two parties, they sent a 3-member mission. So they had showed 3 suitable suggestions for this conflict. So finally they suggested that India should remain united. Okay, and constitutes itself as loose confederation with some autonomy for Muslim majority areas, but it could not get the Congress and the Muslim League to agree to the specific details of the proposal. But those proposals, three alternative proposals, were not accepted by either Congress nor Muslim League. Okay, so partition now became more or less inevitable. Next, as the proposal of the cabinet mission failed, the Muslim League decided on mass agitation in support of the demand for Pakistan. So finally, the Muslim League, to achieve their demands, they announced Direct Action Day on 16th August 1946. So in that Direct Action Day, more riots broken in Calcutta, lasting several days. It continues several days and resulting in the death of thousands of people, both the sides, Hindus and Muslims. So many were killed by other people. By March 1947, violence spread in different parts of northern India. So at the time, Louis Mountbatten was the last governor, viceroy, appointed by British government. So he was not able to resolve the differences between the Muslim League and Congress party. Even Britishers were supported Muslim League at the time. So they implemented divide and rule policy at the end of the national movement. So consequently, it was agreed that India would be split into Muslim controlled Pakistan and Hindu dominated India. So finally, at the time of independence, so the united India was bifurcated into two countries like Pakistan and India. So India became independent on 15th August 1947. So before one day, only the united India was bifurcated into two countries, Pakistan and India. That's why Pakistan people celebrate independence on 14th August, one day before. Okay, so even after partition, so lakhs of people were killed and numerous women had to face untold brutalities. Lakhs of people were forced to flee their homes in the both sides. So at the time, conflicts raised between the Hindu and Muslim people. So both the sides. So many Muslims were settled in Pakistan area, and so many Muslims also settled in bifurcated India. So those were forcibly evicted by the people. Okay, people were reduced. So lakhs of people were forced to flee their homes, torn asunder from their homelands. People were reduced to bring refugees in alien lands. So like that, so many were killed and burnt also. Okay, so that was very painful. So the joy of our country's independence from British rule came along with the pain and violence of partition. So since bifurcation, so there was no good relations with both the countries. Even we are suffering because of that. Okay, next, like that, finally we got the independence. Okay, next. So at the time, so many radical organizations were formed in India between 1940. So radical organizations like the Communist Party, trade unions, women organizations, Kisan Sabhas, and Dalit organizations were also established. So they mobilized the poor and small peasants and workers, tribal and Dalits to fight against the Britishers. So not only against the Britishers but also against the local exploiters like money lenders, factory owners, and upper caste landlords. So they fought with local problems. In the same time, they fought against the Britishers also. Okay, they were concentrated on local problems also. The poor, and particularly the outcasts and laborers in eastern India, actively participated in this movements. So the under tenants means who took lands from the jamindars. Okay, the under tenants in Malabar, tenants in Tebaga, Vetti castes and cultivators in Telangana were the active participants in that movements of 1940s. So at the time of Second World War, because of food shortage and demand for land had driven them to historic post-Second World War movements. So at the time, poor peasants fought against the jamindars and landlords and Thoras for land redistribution. Okay, so at the time Congress was not in position to guide these people. Why? Because those were very busy with negotiations with Britishers for independence. So at the time communist parties and All India Kisan Sabha and the Peasant Front and Intelligentsia through All India People's Theatres Association and All India Students Federation lead these movements from the background. They were forced to reckon with which had hastened the British to come to negotiations and quit India. So because of all these movements also forced the Britishers to think about the to give freedom to India. So finally we got independent. Clear? So with this lesson is completed. So write your own notes. Thank you.